So it's a bit of a giveaway. We are doing the Premier League table predictions. Oh yes. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to put names on the screen and then tell you why they're going to finish in that position. It's pretty much that simple. Normally I play this with my mates. We normally write down all the teams and we bet a few beers on it. If you get it right, you get a few extra beers. Yeah, it's generally good fun. Obviously I'm recording content, so I thought, you know what? Let's do this on YouTube. Let's have a bit of a laugh. Let's see how much abuse I can get and how wrong people think I truly am. And then we can either have the last laugh or it will be proof of how crap I am at predicting league tables. My track record with my mates is not too bad though. I normally win more beers than I lose. So that's a good sign, no? That side. 20th position. Bournemouth. Look, second in the Championship last season. I totally get it. They choked the title. Injuries, okay, I can let you have that one. Perhaps they would have won the title, but overall, not enough depth, not enough quality. Going down. 19th, we're going Fulham. They won it, the Championship that is. 43 goals from Mitrovic. I don't even see him getting 10 in the Premier League. I don't see them doing very well. Some of their acquisitions have been okay. Kare, okay, you know, an average player, can't get in a Manchester United team, farmed out on loan. But Leno, okay, no, just, yeah, for me. I mean, I do like the way they've constructed that deal. Like if they stay in the Premier League for 1 season, 2 seasons, etc., and they get more money, but still not enough going down. Now, probably the controversial one, I don't know if this is controversial or not, 18th, Everton. It's that simple, Everton. They were diabolical last season. Their transfer window has been diabolical. They are just diabolical. I mean, look, come on. The highlight of last season, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, home record was atrocious. 9 wins, 2 draws, 8 losses. Away record was just abysmal. 2 wins, 4 draws and 13 losses. On top of that, most assists, Richarlison with 5. Most goals, Richarlison with 10. Calvert-Lewin has just crippled himself. We're not sure how long he's going to be out for. A day, a week, a month, a year. Average possession 39.1. 66 goals conceded. 43 goals scored. Look, I'm just being honest. I don't fancy him. I really don't. I don't fancy him to stay up. I think they're going down. That's pretty much end of story. Everton down. Now in 17th, this is a brave one. Forest. They've literally bought 5 squads over the transfer window so far. Not quite sure if their spending's finished because obviously there's still plenty of time to go. But what have they actually made? Something like 12, 13 signings. So a whole new 11 plus subs with the players they already have in the club. It's mental. It's actually mind-blowing. As we know, 4th in the league last year, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, went up through the playoff system. Do I fancy him to stay up? Clearly I do, yes. I think they might just have that edge over Everton. I think Steve Cooper has more nous about him than Frank Lampard. I think Frank Lampard's inexperience in such a league, in such a situation where he hasn't got a club that's got it all. I mean, we can talk about Derby, but you look at all the loan players he bought in at Derby, that's null and void to me. I think Cooper's got a little bit more in the old box than him. And that's what will keep Forest up. Literally, that's what will keep Forest up, in my opinion. I could be completely and utterly wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not. So, yeah. 16th, we're going to go for Brentford. 13th last season, 4th round FA Cup. Top goal scorer all comps was Ivan Toney. What was that in the Premier League? 12. Most assists, Mbembu. 7. Tony got 5 as well, I think. I'm not going to say their transfers have been amazing. They have lost Ericsson. And that's where I think the dip's going to come. So 13th to 16th, I think is respectable. I don't see him going down. I don't really want him to go down. I actually quite like him as a club. I like him as a team. They play all right football. I don't want to see him go down. I'd rather see Everton sacrifice for them to stay in the Premier League, if I'm totally and utterly honest. But yeah, I don't see him going down, even with the loss of Ericsson. They do need to bring some players in, some quality. But, you know, they work to a certain budget. I think they've got quality in the squad. They'll bring some young players through. Yeah, I'm saying 16th. It's that simple. Now, 15th, I've gone for Leeds. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll be quite content if Leeds go down, but I really don't think they're going to go down. I know last season they were 17th. I know their home and away record was atrocious, and for those who don't want reminding of it, Leeds fans, 4 wins at home, 6 draws at home, 9 losses at home. Your away record, 5 wins, 5 draws and 9 losses. It's not good. It doesn't make for good reading. And you lost Rafinha, who got 11 goals in the league, 3 assists. Just, yeah, no. doesn't bode well. But I think they've brought some good players in. And on top of Rafinha going, you've lost Calvin Phillips. I think that's two massive players to lose. And they've brought in a lot of players who are unproven at Premier League level. But I think they're good enough to be able to stay in the Premier League and get a respectable finish. You know, I think 15th will be a respectable finish going into next season. They've got to be looking to pushing on. You've got to be looking at 15th and turn that into a top 10 slot with acquisitions, etc. But, you know, I think Leeds fans right now will take 15th. They're not going to be in any form of relegation battle. 15th all day long. Now, 14th, Southampton. And being honest and straight up, I wanted to put them 15th again, but I just think Leeds are going to finish 15th and Southampton will somehow finish 14th. I'm still actually questioning myself on this decision if I should put it the opposite way around. Leeds 14th, Southampton 15th. But, you know, look, too late now. Southampton finished 15th last season, quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Look, let's be honest. Ward-Prowse can't get injured. He played 3,217 minutes last season. He was number one in assists, along with Nathan Redmond, I should add, with 5. He was number one in goal scoring in the Premier League with 10. He takes free kicks. He takes penalties. He is definitely their go-to man. If they lose him in the transfer window, which, being honest, between now of this video going out and when the transfer window shuts, who knows? If he goes, then my whole prediction probably falls down, because then I would say Southampton are likely to go down, but I think they've got more than enough. I'm not going to say their transfers have been spectacular. I think they've done some good work, a little bit under the radar, nothing absolutely monumental, but you don't expect them to have monumental. So I think 14th is fine, something to build upon. Now 13th. This is a good one. I'm going Wolverhampton Wanderers. Look, these guys scored 38 goals last season. They're not prolific in front of goal. How many games do you play in the Premier League? Exactly. 38 games, 38 goals. They conceded 43. So don't get me wrong, they're tight at the back. You know, they are tight at the back. And they also have about 49.3% possession. So, you know, they're decent with the ball. They finished 10th last season. I just don't see them replicating that. I really, really don't. I just don't see it. My head just tells me no. I don't think the acquisitions have been good enough. I just don't see it. I honestly don't. It's a shame. I've got a soft spot for Wolves. Anyone remember Steve Bull? We all love Steve Bull, but I just don't see it. I just can't see it. I look at the fixtures. I look at how last year went. I just don't see it. I think 13th is what it is for a Wolves fan. Take it, leave it, hate me, whatever. 13th. So 12th. Palace. They finished 12th last season, so I'm going to say no improvement and no degrading. They're not going to degrade themselves and go down. They're not going to improve themselves and go up. They're finishing 12th. I mean, come on. FA Cup semi-finals last year, did that have an impact on that league position? No. Come on, no. Not really. Leading goal scorer, Zaha. Alessi with 5 assists. Big miss for them for me. Think of his name, John. Gallagher, back at Chelsea. Big miss. Big miss. Am I impressed by the transfers so far? Not particularly. Could I live to regret those words? I don't think so. I really don't. Unless something miraculous happens between now and the end of the transfer window, I'm going to say no. I'm quite content with saying they're going to finish 12th. And I think a Palace fan will take that. I think any Palace fan will admit they don't have enough to be in that top 10 scenario. They definitely have more than enough to stay out of any form of relegation battle. So 12th is quite a respectable finish. I would like to consider. Hey, I could be completely and utterly wrong. What do you think? Come on, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? So in 11th, I've gone for Leicester. Yep, I know what you're thinking. Last season they finished 8th. And you're quite right, they did finish 8th. Can they have another season like that? Don't see it. I don't think it helps, all these transfer rumours. Perhaps that's playing in my head. Perhaps I did play in my head when I was thinking about this, when I was writing it down. You've got Fofan, Chelsea, you've got Maddison, Newcastle, you've got players linked to it. There's even rumours about Vardy. It's, you know, Schmeichel's gone as well. He went to Nice. I don't know. So last season at points, Leicester were really awful. Like, really, really bad. I expect more from them. I'm not saying I expect them to win the league title again like they did. I expect more than what they offered. Just didn't get it. And I've got to be honest, I think they should be really happy with 11th. So in 10th, I've gone Brighton. Last season, 9th. This season, 10th. Cucurella has gone to Chelsea, 52.5 mil. There's rumours about Mopay. If he stays, then I think I'm pretty bang on 10th for them. I like their manager. I like their manager. I think Graham Porter wins them points when they shouldn't win points. I think he's a really good manager. He's a little bit underrated. I really like him. I like to see him at a big club. I like to see him go to like a Tottenham and Arsenal, maybe even a Chelsea. Not the likes of City or Liverpool, But do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think there's something about him as a manager. I really do. I think he can make it at the higher spectrum in the league. He does very well on a budget. He does very well with the team he has around him. They're defensively sound. They conceded 44 goals last season. Don't get me wrong, they only scored 42, so it's not much better on Wolves, but it's slightly improved. Mopé's a big play for him. As I say, I'd like to see him stay. Sanchez, Cucurella is going to be a big miss for them because he played just over 3,000 minutes last season. So that is a big miss, but they're already looking at some lad in the Belgium league. So do you know what I mean? I don't have many worries about them. And interestingly, they actually have 54% possession. So they're a good footballing side. I know I've pushed them down a slot, but I think they should take 10th. 10th would be a good finish. I know the team's remaining. What order is this Muppet going to stick them in? Well, do you know what? Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until part 2. So as normal, I will catch you next time.